Last night, you left your body for about 2 hours. You flew. You talked to people who don't exist. Maybe you were being chased, or maybe you were back in your childhood kitchen for no reason at all. And then you woke up, and within 5 minutes, most of it was already gone. This happens to you almost every single night. It's happened your entire life. It will keep happening until the day you die. And here's the part that should bother you a lot more than it does. Nobody actually knows why. Not fully, not for certain. We've had brain scanners pointed at sleeping heads for decades. We've built entire research careers around this question, and the honest answer scientists give, when they're being straight with you, is we have some really good guesses. So let's go through them. First, the basics. You dream mostly during a stage of sleep called REM, rapid eye movement. Your eyes are actually darting around behind your closed eyelids, like they're watching something. Your brain, during this stage, is almost as active as when you're awake, but your body isn't moving. There's a switch in your brainstem that basically paralyzes you the moment REM sleep kicks in. It's called REM atonia, and it exists for a very practical reason. Without it, you'd physically act out your dreams, punching, running, falling out of bed. In rare cases, when this switch breaks, a condition called REM, sleep behavior disorder. That's exactly what happens to people. So step one of the mystery is already strange. Your brain is wide awake, your body is locked down, and somewhere in between, a movie starts playing that you didn't write. Here's where the real theories come in. There are 3 big ones. And honestly, most scientists today think the truth is probably some mix of all 3. Theory 1, your brain is taking out the trash. During the day, your brain absorbs an overwhelming amount of information. Faces, conversations, smells, fears, tiny details you didn't even know you noticed. Some researchers believe dreaming is part of how your brain sorts through all of it, strengthening the memories that matter and clearing out the ones that don't. Under this theory, a dream isn't really a story. It's more like watching the brain's cleanup crew at work, and your mind, desperate to make sense of anything, stitches the leftover fragments into something that feels like a plot. That's part of why dreams are so weird. You're not watching a memory, you're watching the scraps. Theory 2, your brain is running a threat simulation. This one's got a genuinely unsettling logic to it. Think about how often anxiety dreams show up, being chased, falling, showing up somewhere unprepared. Across cultures, across history, this is one of the most common types of dream humans report. The theory goes like this. For most of human existence, real threats were a daily reality. Predators, rival tribes, starvation. Dreaming may have functioned as a kind of practice simulator, a low-stakes way for your brain to rehearse danger and fear responses while you were safely asleep, so you'd react faster if it ever happened for real. It's like a flight simulator, except the plane is your own nervous system, and the crash doesn't actually hurt you. Theory 3, your brain is regulating your emotions. This one comes from sleep researchers who notice something specific. During REM sleep, a stress chemical called noradrenaline drops to its lowest level of the entire day. At the exact same time, the emotional centers of your brain are firing away. So you get this strange combination, full emotional intensity, but almost none of the stress chemical that normally comes with it. Some researchers believe this lets your brain revisit painful or overwhelming experiences and, in a sense, defuse them, process the feeling without the full weight of it. This might be why a rough day sometimes feels a little more manageable after you sleep on it. You didn't just rest. Somewhere in the dark, your brain may have been quietly working through it. Now here's the honest part. None of these theories fully explain everything. Trash cleanup doesn't explain why dreams have plots and characters. Threat simulation doesn't explain why you sometimes dream about a coworker you barely think about, or a house you've never been in. Emotional regulation doesn't explain why toddlers, whose brains haven't formed complex fears yet, still dream. There's even a theory, a pretty compelling one, that dreaming might not have a purpose at all, that it could just be a side effect, a kind of exhaust fume produced by an incredibly active brain running maintenance overnight, and your imagination happens to be along for the ride, trying to narrate the noise. In other words, you might be watching a movie that nobody actually intended to make. And maybe that's the strangest part of all. This thing happens to every human who has ever lived. Every person you've ever met has had a dream they couldn't explain.
Subscribe.